Welcome back. The Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site will host a brand new event tonight. It's called Night at the Site. I went to see how they've uncovered some creepy history facts for the night of fun. All right, guys, I'm coming to you from inside the Presidential Site, and we're here with Jennifer Capps. Jennifer, now, we have to get into some of the stories behind some of the stuff in here for Night at the Site. Start with this situation right here.
Sure. So this is a hair wreath. And something that was popular during the Victorian period was actually saving your hair. And of course, women had very long hair. They would gather it. So this is completely made out of hair. And often they're memorial pieces.
You say all of that is made out of people's hair?
There's some ornamentation, you know, some beads and whatnot. But all of the little part that you see braided, that is all hair. And actually, this particular piece, the couple, they have their photograph there in the middle, an old tintype, and it would have been hair from them or their family that they make this memorial type wreath out of. So the brooch here in front of that is kind of tied to that too. So that particular piece actually was for William Henry Harrison, Benjamin Harrison's grandfather. And remember, he died in 1841 in the White House. He has the shortest term of any president ever. So that is actually a lock of his hair. And you can see it through the little window. That's actually the back of the brooch. The front side is black onyx. So the ladies at that time had all kinds of customs that they would have to wear black, have the onyx jewelry. So this is something that Anna Harrison would have kept with a lock of William Henry Harrison's hair.
Wow, I'm so glad we don't do things the same anymore when it comes to funerals. So, which leads us to this story right here. This is a cool one too.
So this is actually a Pinkerton report. So the Pinkerton Detective Agency. So unfortunately, also during this time period in the early Victorian through 1870s time period, body snatching was something that occurred.
Jennifer, repeat that one more time.
Yeah, body snatching unfortunately was a thing that was occurring during that time period.
As in snatching people's bodies out of coffins.
Yes, out of the graveyard. And medical students, they did not have access to cadavers to do medical training, so that often was what was happening with these body snatchings. So actually, when John Scott Harrison, Benjamin Harrison's father, passed away in the 1870s, they hired a guard to sit in the cemetery overnight, but unfortunately his body was still stolen. So they hired the Pinkerton Detective Agency to look into that. Was the guard involved in allowing the body to be stolen? Did he fall asleep? What happened? What were the circumstances? And then they did track down the remains. They did recover his body. So they reinterred him. Actually, there's a monument there in North Bend, Ohio, where William Henry Harrison is buried, that he went back into that tomb. But for William Henry, for instance, when he died in 1841, his funeral cost almost a little over $3,000. A lot of money. Of course, it's a state funeral. Dies as the first president to die in office. So part of it is that and decorations, but part of it is that he had a 9-layer coffin, I believe, several different layers. 1 layer of lead, different kinds of wood. They were trying to make that so that you could not steal the body. And for John Scott, then they interred him in the tomb where William Henry was as well. So
when you bring people this jaw-dropping, I mean, my mouth's probably been open most of this time. When you can lay these types of historical facts on people, stuff that they might not have known about until they come tonight at the site, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's an insight. Again, customs, some of our customs are the same. Obviously, when you're doing funerals and mourning people, some things have changed for the better. We have as well.
Like keeping hair.
And but these customs kind of have those roots in this Victorian time period and kind of have evolved as time has gone along. And I think it's important to see how people did remember their ancestors and remember the keep mementos and different things for them as well. And Caroline Harrison actually died in October 25th, just a few days ago would have been the anniversary.
Wow.
So we have all of the cards that came with the flowers for her funeral. So she died in Washington. They brought her back by train, and these were all of the the flowers and whatnot. And Crown Hill Cemetery, and of course Benjamin Harrison is there too. These are actually photographs from his funeral in 1901.
Wow, and it's free to show up at this thing, right?
Yeah. So our we do ask that you do reservations, but at no charge for the event tonight. And you can learn about some of the other Lincoln and more about William Henry and Benjamin Harrison and what happened at that time.
Awesome, guys. Some new creepy things for you to explore here at the site. Night at the Site is happening tonight at 6:30. Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. All right, this is a one-night only event. You can get your free tickets online right now.
I like free.
I knew you would.
Hey,